In this video, I'm going to be going over how to get more views on your Faceless YouTube channel and exactly what you should be doing in order to grow. And if you stay until the end, I'm going to be giving you some bonus Faceless tips that you can actually utilize in order to grow your channel. So let's actually get straight into it. So in the YouTube automation or Faceless YouTube channel space, it seems that like people want more than what's actually required of YouTube, okay? So what I mean by this is that the cardinal rules of YouTube, you have to post consistently, don't fluff your videos with needless information, make your videos long enough, create original content, create good content, which is usually subjective, get people to click and get people to watch. But people don't like being told this. They're like trying to find like some secret hidden sauce that isn't really required of YouTube. What you see right here on screen, this is all that's required of YouTube. So taking a look at the top Google search results, if you were to search the term how to increase your views on your YouTube channel, you're gonna get articles like these, okay? So this is from Hootsuite, in which they go over 20 ways to get more YouTube views. It's clear as day as what you have to do in order to get more views on YouTube as listed here, okay? All these tips, I've used them myself, but take a look at this other article as well. This one's from Sprout Social, but same thing. If you browse through what they're actually talking about, it's clear as day as to how to get more views on YouTube. My point being is like, I've tried multiple ways to get more views on my YouTube channels, especially the faceless ones. And so I'm gonna be going over what has worked for me specifically for my faceless YouTube channels. The weirdest thing you can do though is going into a niche where you know nothing about it, you're not familiar with what's happening, upcoming events or current events, you're not familiar with any of that basically. You're already at a disadvantage if you don't know anything about your niche. And so you've got to kind of compare, okay? You versus someone who knows your niche. The individual who actually knows your niche is who's gonna have leverage in being able to come up with better topics, better thumbnails, and better titles for your niche. If you go into a niche you know nothing about, you're likely just gonna copy video topics from other and maintain being mediocre or subpar. So one way to get more views on YouTube is to be more unique and come up with original in-demand ideas. So original/remarkable ideas. So the first topic I want to go over is the idea behind pioneering ideas. Okay, so this is a term that I've created. So what this is that pioneer YouTube ideas are video topics where you are the first one to create a video on that topic. One of the best ways to 10x your views on your Faceless YouTube channel is to come up with unique and original ideas, aka pioneer YouTube ideas. My best videos on YouTube have been ideas where I was the first one to cover that video topic. In my defense, I truly believe that I was the first one to help popularize certain power phrases or phrases within the TV shows and movies niche, such as ... is going to change everything, ... first look plus new details revealed, or ... most embarrassing moment. So with the ellipses there or the dots, essentially what I'm doing is I'm putting a TV show or movie in the beginning and just switching out that TV show or movie. With pioneering YouTube ideas, another way to look different is to look at a different niche and try to find a power word or phrase that you can introduce into your niche. So example, I looked at a sports video and came across this video titled "Something is Wrong, Why Kyrie Irving Needs to be Traded." And so even though it was for a sports video, I decided to use that power phrase and replace the name Kyrie Irving with another power figure within my own niche. And it worked numerous times. So in other words, it's basically like getting something that works for a different niche and bringing it over to your niche so that it's something new and refreshing within your niche. So pioneering ideas. So this is an individual from our YSS community and he follows this exact strategy, okay? So his name is Zell. Great channel to look at for intro, editing, and pace. So that's the link to it. Also, when you take a winning title from one niche and apply it to another niche, that equates to views. So that's exactly what I'm talking about. Even if the video that you're modeling is in your niche, you can still bring it over to your niche and that will lead to pioneer YouTube ideas. So sources for pioneering YouTube ideas within your own niche, you can look at other niches, follow what's trending in Google Trends, ask yourself what would you want to watch, follow Instagram accounts, blogs, or news sites related to your niche. Next, I want to go over, it's all about the angle. So this is another strategy in order to get more views. And essentially what this is that most niches you think about going into will have some form of saturation. So it's practically inevitable. So the best way to approach going to a niche is to angle yourself differently compared to everyone else. The number one example I can give you is that if you're going to horror stories, the different angle that I did was I started adding rain sounds to my horror story videos and making them a longer single story. So something as simple as adding rain sounds is a different angle entering the horror stories niche. So don't worry about saturation, just be more unique and angle your videos differently compared to your competitors. If everyone is creating a video on why the Denver Nuggets are the best basketball team in the NBA, create a video on why the Denver Nuggets just got lucky last season. So this sort of thinking goes against the status quo and there's a high chance that you're the only one covering that topic. Would you rather have a similar topic to everyone else or be the only only want to cover a topic that's still interesting. Next, the next strategy is related to topical authority. I've been doing YouTube automation for over 3 years now, and I've learned that the riches are in the niches. So whenever I niche down, I ended up getting more views and making more money. So this is called topical authority. And it's when your YouTube channel becomes a more authoritative figure within a certain topic. So here's the hierarchy in which I niche down. So instead of just starting a general sports channel, start a channel dedicated to a trendy popular team, aka the Golden State Warriors. Instead of starting a general celebrity gossip channel, start a channel dedicated to only rap gossip. Instead of starting a general TV shows channel, start a channel targeting a specific TV show with a passionate fan base. So think about it. Would you rather be getting views on a channel dedicated to Game of Thrones versus a channel that covers all types of TV shows? In other words, if you were a Game of Thrones fan and you came across my channel, which was purely about Game of Thrones, wouldn't you feel more interested in watching more of the videos as compared to someone who just posts general types of YouTube videos? So it's like being too general versus someone who's super specific and is actually attracting that topical authority audience. So it can be a double-edged sword though. Don't niche down into a niche where there's like no demand though. So I made this mistake when I made a channel centered around the new Spider-Man movie. After the hype died down, my channel eventually died down with it. You want to niche down into a YouTube channel that has trending news on it evergreen, ever-going, year round. And you also want to niche down into a channel that has a die-hard fan base tied to it. So recall the examples before. Now, moving on to the next strategy, we're going to be going over view loops, right? So with view loops, people always wonder how to put viewers in view loops. And in simple words, it can be done by doing this. You simply create videos that people want to watch one after the other. So there's no secret, there's no hidden technique. You literally just have to ask yourself, okay, after watching this video, what would my viewers want to watch next? So here's an example of a possible view loop sequence, which I've used for one of my YouTube channels before. So the first video that was in the algorithm was how LeBron spends his millions. The next video I attached to that video was how Anthony Davis spends his millions. The next video after that was how Kyrie Irving spends his millions. So the idea behind view loops is to at least try and predict what your viewers may want to watch next, even though it's not perfect. So more than often, at least trying to predict what your audience may want to watch next can be done by asking yourself the same question you asked before. Okay, after watching this video, what would my viewers want to watch next? So the answer just stems down from you knowing your niche and understanding your audience. So trying to predict what your audience may want to watch next is better than showing them a random video afterwards, which they have no interest in. So how do you actually like do the mechanics of a view loop and show them what they want to watch next? So I'm going to be going over that right now, which is the first one is end screens. So I actually do choose specific end screen cards. A lot of the times people just use the best for viewer or the most recent video. I do think that's a huge mistake. I actually choose a specific video that I think my audience would want to watch next. I put my videos into a playlist all the time. If you're not utilizing that, you're losing out on views. Say it in your outro or video. So this is a more advanced tactic that requires you to actually input into your script. Towards the end of how LeBron spends his millions video, at the end of the video, you may want to say something like, oh, and if you're looking to see how Anthony Davis spends his millions, make sure to watch this video next. And that'll show up on your end screen. So it's like tied to end screens, but it's actually saying it within the video. So that's a bit more an advanced strategy. The description, it plays a minor role, just linking to relevant videos in your description, and pinned comments, same thing. You can just link to relevant videos within the pinned comments as well. So with view loops, I want you to think about this idea of how important view loops are, okay? So people usually have the mindset that one person on YouTube equates to only one video, but this really isn't the case. So think about ourselves, for example. It's not like we just hop onto YouTube and only watch one video and then hop off. We're usually watching like 3 or 5 of the same topic video from 3 separate creators, or even the same creator within a single setting, right? So when we watch a YouTube video, we'll watch multiple videos even on the same topic. So we as individuals, we're capable of viewing more than one video on YouTube. One individual does not only equal one view on YouTube. Your goal should be one individual can equal one or more views on YouTube. Okay, so this is a very, very important concept that probably deserves to be bolded, but this is like the ultimate grand scheme of things of utilizing view loops correctly and really trying to understand that a person who lands on your channel can actually browse for more videos and eventually equate to 5 more views technically. If your channel was getting 1 million views per month, that would equate to at least $3,000 per revenue per month. Okay, sometimes even 10,000 depending on some niches. Now let's pretend that you got 30% of those viewers to watch another one of your videos through end cards, playlists, mentions within your video. That's an extra at least $1,000 per month just from putting people in view loops. And the way I got that is like 30% of 3,000. So I do this all the time. Okay, when I get a viral video, I'm making sure that viral video is leading to a legitimate or logical video that I think my audience would want to watch next. So if you're not utilizing end cards correctly, playlists, mentions, you're leaving money on the table, and that one viewer, although you did get 1 million views, could have technically turned to another view. So moving on to the next strategy, which is called pattern mastery. So recognizing patterns in your video's content's performance allows you to identify what works and what doesn't. So for example, if you notice that certain types of videos consistently perform well, consider producing more content in that genre or style, aka doubling down. If you notice that a certain figure in your thumbnail works, consider reusing that same figure in future thumbnails as well. If you notice that a certain phrase works, consider using it in your future titles. Patterns in audience retention and watch time metrics can help you understand which parts of your videos are the most engaging and which segments may be losing your viewers' interest. So these are metrics which could actually be found within the YouTube studio. Recognizing patterns in your video's content performance allows you to identify what works and what doesn't. So for example, if you notice that certain types of videos consistently perform well, consider producing more content in that genre or style. The main thing key here is that with patterns, it's a really crucial part about growing your channel, and you can't recognize patterns if you're not posting videos. So you need to post videos. With these patterns, it's really understanding like what little tidbits things work across multiple videos. Even if it's like a certain word or a certain figure in your thumbnail, recognizing those patterns is gonna make like the idea generation process of your research a lot easier. So again, you can't recognize patterns if you're not posting videos, and you do need to post videos in order to recognize patterns. So the best way to learn, while there are various methods to learn YouTube, such as watching videos, analyzing other channels, seeking help in the YouTube community, the most effective way to truly grasp the platform is by taking action and posting your own videos. Don't get caught up on trying to learn everything you can about YouTube automation. You'll learn a lot more from A/B split testing videos, having videos work, and having videos not work. So with that being said, if you're interested in learning how to actually start a Faces YouTube automation channel, make sure to watch this video here next.